of JAIIB AFM, that is Accounting and Financial Management for Bankers. Acha, what are we going to talk about today? Today we'll be talking about CBS, Accounting in Computerized Environment, along with Cash Flow Statement. That's the second last and last chapter of your Module B. After this, we'll be starting officially with Module C. So what are we dealing with? We are dealing with all these topics in such a way that you'll be able to gather as much information about each and every topic separately. Okay, so let's study. Here comes the first question, everyone. This question is from cash flows. The question asks us that cash flow statement is a dash for the statement of a profit and loss account or fund flow statement. Is it a substitute or not a substitute? Depends on the situation or none of the above. When we talk about cash flow statement now, cash flow statement is something which is not a substitute of financial statements at least. See, the point is till the time you don't find the profit or loss of the organization, what will you do by knowing that this is the cash that they possess and this is the cash they don't? Ultimately, the businessman is first going to ask, what money did they make during the year? And that comes from the area of profit. So basically, one thing is sorted, that the point here clearly says that ultimately cash flow statement is not a substitute of any of these things, either the fund flow or even the profit and loss account. For fund flow, whatever we do is, it is a wider horizon. What we'll receive in future, even now, fund flow takes care of that as well. Cash flow is totally obsessed with only movement of cash. So it is not a substitute. ठीक है ना? Done? Okay, so it is not a substitute. Next question, everyone. The question says that following are the true are about cash and cash equivalents. When we talk about cash and cash equivalents, cash is sorted. That is the liquid cash that we have, है ना? Rupee notes and all. Then highly liquid short-term investments are cash and cash equivalents. Minimum risk, as there are less or almost no fluctuations. Then maturity within 3 months or less, or all of the above. If I talk about cash and cash equivalents, it includes cash balance, it includes bank balance, and it includes these as well. So it will be all of the above. Okay? It includes all of the above. Now comes fund flow statement. See, in your book now, there are this particular chapters combined. CFS and FFS. Reveals the change in between two balance sheet dates, working capital, internal capital, share capital, or both A and C. When we talk about fund flow and cash flow, they're talking about between the two balance sheet dates. Fund flow reveals what? Fund flow never reveals about the share capital. It reveals about only and only working capital. Under fund flow statement, we prepare CA minus CL. The statement of working capital is like, we have particular, we have year 1, year 2. These are current assets, total, minus current liabilities, total, actually total and total, and then you find the working capital, which is basically all the current assets here, their total, current liabilities here, their total, and then this is how we'll find our CA minus CL. That is, they will deduct B from A. Along with this, they will also make 2 more columns, which they call increase and decrease column. Okay. Okay. This is the increase and decrease column where they will show it. Done? So this would be the entire um, working capital statement. Clear, everyone? Next question. A firm following an aggressive working capital would do what? Aggressive working capital means, are they obsessed with working capital, or they are thinking कि नहीं नहीं, we should not be having a lot of funds in liquid? पता है basically क्या होता है? When we talk about being aggressive or non aggressive there, we need liquid funds. Always remember, everyone, if you ask me that, ma'am, I need 10,000 rupees right away. If I cannot pay you those 10,000 rupees right away, na, my impression in front of you would go down, even though I'll be having a good amount of money in my bank balance and everything else. But the moment you ask me, I should be having funds at that point of time. If I'm not having funds at that point of time, now that basically ruins my image in front of the world, and this is not good for any business, because they need credit in future. Now if they need credit in future, they will not get it just because of this reason. So a firm following an aggressive working capital strategy would do what? It will hold a substantial amount of fixed assets, minimize the amount of short-term borrowings, finance fluctuating assets with long-term financing, or minimize the amount of funds in very liquid assets. I would say they would try to minimize their working capital. They would want that we should have less current assets. See, if I have 2 crore rupees in terms of cash in hand, what's the purpose of keeping such a high amount in cash? Why don't I put this money in the market? If it is in the market, there's a one particular quote that I've heard, that if you keep a 10 rupee note in your purse, will it multiply? Will it reproduce? No? Then why are you keeping it there? Basically, if you keep it in the market, at least you will earn money, be it 1%, 2%, 8%, 10%, but you are still making something. So the correct answer is, you will try to minimize the amount of fund in very liquid assets. So you will keep the money which is necessity in terms of very liquid assets, remaining will not be that. Okay? Next, let's start with the CBS there, everyone. What is the primary function of core banking system? Is it the era of customer relationship management, branch level transactions, centralized transaction processing, or the last one, that is marketing and sales? What would be the answer according to you? CBS, what's the basic function? Customer relationship management, branch level transactions, central transaction processing. It is never marketing and sales. One thing is sorted. CBS doesn't work on that. CBS is there for centralized transaction processing. If the transaction is done, it would reflect in our bank accounts. And now wherever I am opening my bank account, I'll see this. So the answer would be centralized transaction processing. Done. Here comes the next question, everyone. Just a moment, please. Okay, now let's talk about this area. In computerized bank, we should change our password at least once a month, not share the password under any circumstances, not allow someone to use our computer or none of these. Technically, in case of computerized bank, it should all be there, but one of the basic necessities or the most important one, according to me, would be the changing the password at least once a month. I think it depends from bank to bank, even organization to organization, right? Be it your Gmail or your accounting details, whatever there is, you should always keep on changing it to avoid any kind of security based threat there. That is, change our password at least once a month. Mostly organizations also do this when we have Gmail accounts attached with it, or we have our accounts in terms of mails there. They ask you to do this. Normally, even the app itself gets refreshed after 120 days. They would want the change of PIN, right? Okay. For the core banking system of large bank, which one of the following statement is true? Each branch has its own server connected directly to servers of other branches. There is only one powerful server in terms of centralized data center. Each branch has a server connected with the centralized one, or none of the above transactions is lost. See, every bank, in terms of every bank, the servers are there in every branch, because ultimately their individual working is also there now. So they'll prepare their individual data as well. Once they prepare their individual data, that would be used with the data that is there in terms of the centralized level, so that they'll sync their data. So in this case, each branch has a server connected to the server at the centralized data center. Which one of the following is not amongst the benefits of core banking? It supports the multi-currency operations. It provides 24/7 operations. It provides improved customer satisfaction. It increases bank profit as customers are charged extra for CBS. What would be the answer? Okay, when we look at the among the following which is not a benefit, it supports multi-currency operations. That is a good point. It provides 24/7 operations. Do they? They do. Earlier, NEFT, RTGS had a timing. Now IMPS is there, RTGS, everything. They have a proper timing still, but most of the services are now provided for 24/7, round the clock. It improves the customer satisfaction. Definitely does. It increases bank profit. All these things are there, but I don't think I can say it increases the bank profit directly. You know, as customers are charged extra for CBS. No, CBS is a part of the working of the bank. It is required by the bank to do it. This is not something that would be charged from the customers, because this is not something for the I would say this is indirectly for the customers. This is not something directly linked with them. We are able to sort their accounts properly. We are able to keep their accounts properly because of this. है ना? Which one of the following statements is not correct regarding computerized accounting? Business transactions are captured in the form of accounting entries. It offers benefits of speed and accuracy. Higher cost as compared to human labor is a disadvantage, or mostly digital computers are used in computerized accounting. Okay, which one's not true? I would say higher cost. Everything else is there. Computers are used. It is in the form of accounting entries. Higher cost is never there. Basically, in terms of CBS, the working and accuracy has increased multifold. It has increased a lot. So the people there are working the requirement, the costing is definitely lesser than being done by person, and that too with a lot of delays, because obviously to err is human. They will take a lot of time to prepare the balance sheet on their own, so it will take a lot of time. CBS provides us a lot of help there. This is not true. Higher cost as compared to human labor is a disadvantage of it. Which one of the following is not amongst the disadvantages of computerized accounting? Requirements of qualified staff, costly computer peripherals and stationery, regular backup is required, or secrecy. Among the following is not a disadvantage. Requirement of qualified staff, this is basically a very important you can say secrecy of customers is never lost because of CBS. If this would have been there, then why would people shift to the online banking? You know? So this is not something that is a threat. Core banking solution has provided a lot of secrecy to the particular person, where his particular app cannot be even operated by anybody else. For example, if your phone has you can use the pin code, you can use your fingerprint, you can use your camera, you can use your face ID, whatever you are using, all these things are there to maintain your secrecy. है ना? Which of the following is a benefit of using a core banking system? Increased branch level autonomy, reduced operational efficiency, enhanced customer service, or limited scalability? What would it be? Which of the following is a benefit of CBS? Increased scalability is basically you can still increase your operations. Enhanced customer service, that is also there. Reduced operational efficiency, if this would have been the thing, nobody would have used banks. Nobody would have used Finacle. Nobody would have any of those CBS softwares which are gaining so much importance in the field of banking these days. So I think this one would be definitely wrong, and the correct answer is which one is or not a? Which one of the following is? This one is increased blank autonomy. This is not something that happens. But yeah, enhanced customer service is definitely there. I just took the question in a different way. Scalability in terms of their working is there. Operational efficiency normally increases. And increased branch level autonomy, no, exactly. It is right now automatically synced with the organization. Whatever the branch does, it can also be seen by the ultimate organization there. So this case, enhanced customer service was the only advantage that was required. Right, let's look for the last question for the day. What is the if you ever done this, actually a different kind of question. What is the primary purpose of the centralized database in core banking system? To customer contact information, to manage branch level operations, to ensure data security, or to maintain hardware inventory? Why do we need it, everyone? One of the basic things is to ensure the data security. This is one of the basic functions. Okay? The correct answer is C. Okay, so that's it for the day, everyone. Chaliye, now let me show you where to go if you're preparing for this examination and you thought that it's time that you should go for the revision batch. What you can do is go ahead, check out our website www.adda247.com. Go on to the area there, click on the area of JIB and CIB, click on the area of JIB October 2023. Double validity on our Mahapack is given. That means if you buy it for 6 months, you'll get for 12. If you buy it for 12, you will get for 24 months. In this area, you get the bilingual as well as English medium batch. Along with that, you will also get the paid classes, including the mini marathons and mega marathons of the previous years, as well as more data would be added to it. And at the same time, we will also be providing you the ebooks as well as a lot of mock test papers for your preparation. So if you're looking forward to it, then kindly go ahead and check it out. That is, use the code exam 80 and you will be able to see the revision batches are also on the store, so you can take up the JIB batch there. As you can see, the revision batches are also out, so you can take up any of these batches for your benefit. So go ahead and keep on preparing hard, everyone. Thank you so much. We'll be meeting tomorrow.